Hello and welcome to Rathod Science Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see very important topics that appear in our today's Hindi newspaper. First of all, I'll let you know important topics of the day. And later on, we are going to see each and every topic in different dimensions. And at last, I'll be giving you prelims practice questions as well, so that you will be getting an idea like how questions can be framed regarding that topic. So online students, please don't skip this video anywhere. Please do watch until last, so that you will be getting lots of insights regarding this preparation of current affairs from competitive examinations point of view. Okay, let us see the topics of the day. The first one is West Asia War cuts India's growth outlook to 6.6%. So this article is talking about impact of West Asia War on our growth of the country. So this article is important from GS paper 2 under international relations, and even from GS paper 3 under economy also this article is very important. And next topic is turmeric. There is one image that I find in international edition of Hindu which shows about turmeric. In 2025, there was a question regarding turmeric. And if you see PYQ trend, so what are the questions they asked in the previous years? UPSC can ask again question on that topic in depth. So here there is also a chance of getting question related to turmeric in 2026 prelims. So we are going to see some facts regarding that. And next topic is India's first quantum reference facility to be launched in AP. So this article is talking about quantum reference facility, and UPSC asked questions related to quantum computing in your prelims. So here you may also get a question related to this quantum reference facility, because it is India's first ever quantum facility center now. Okay, and India is fourth country in the world to have this kind of facility. So because of this milestone, you may get a question on that. You have to see what is this facility is about, and this is important from Science and Technology from GS paper 3. And next topic is semaglutide is off patent. What does this mean for obesity in India? This article is talking about one important drug. If you see PYQs, UPSC has a tendency to ask the words which are seen in news. You may get in this way, magical drug is seen in news. Which is that magical drug? Semaglutide is seen recently in news. What it is? Consider the following statements regarding semaglutide. Like that, you can expect questions on this topic. So here we are going to see some basic facts regarding this, and it is important from GS paper 3 under Science and Technology. And next topic, it is about timely inaction, slowing growth and rising inflation necessitated unchanged rates. This article is talking about inflation and how we have to take control of this inflation, and what about this interest rates. And this topic is important from GS paper 3 under economy point of view. And next topic is how will Gaganyaan astronauts return safely to Earth. So this article is talking about one important mission of ISRO, that is Gaganyaan mission. So here we have to see what this Gaganyaan mission is about, and how these astronauts which we sent to this low Earth orbit, they safely come onto Earth. So this topic is important from GS paper 3 under Science and Technology point of view. So all these are the articles now we are going to discuss in this class. Okay, look at the title guys, what it says. West Asia War cuts India's growth outlook to 6.6%. What does it mean? What does it mean? What do you think what this article is talking about? Come on, think. So first important keyword is West Asia War. Second one is India's growth. And now you guys tell me how this West Asia War is linked to our India's growth. First of all, tell me India's growth is measured in what? Yes, tell me. If you are talking about growth of a country, in which terms it is measured? In GDP. What is GDP? What is the full form? Gross Domestic Product. What is meaning of this gross domestic product means? It is the final value of goods and services produced in a country within 1 year. It is a total value of final goods and services produced within a country in 1 year is called as GDP. So now this article is saying that because of this West Asia conflict, it is going to affect India's growth. Okay, and who said this? World Bank. World Bank came up with a prospect or forecast. It said that because of this West Asian war, it is going to impact our India's growth. And World Bank is saying that from 7.2 percentage to it reduced it to 6.6 percentage in this present article. Earlier, before this West Asian conflict, World Bank said that India's growth projections will be like 7.2%. But because of this West Asian countries conflict and issue, now World Bank said that it will be like 6.6%. Now you guys tell me why World Bank reduced India's growth forecast from 7.2 percentage to 6.6%. What do you think? What are the reasons? Come on, tell me. West Asia is important for our energy security because we are getting our gas, and next one is we are getting crude oil. So what happened in this international market? Crude oil price increased or decreased? Yes, crude oil price increased. Earlier it was like 70 to $80 per barrel, but now it is more than $125 per barrel. So what happened? Overall, there is increased price. Why there is increased price? What is the reason? What do you think? First one is in this attacks between the countries, they are targeting oil fields and gas fields. Because of that, what happened? The production had been reduced from that sites. And next one is there is increased demand because of to maintain energy security. We are asking more and more oil. We don't know what happens in future. So to maintain our energy security in the country, there is increased demand. So what happening here? There is mismatch between supply and demand. So whenever there is mismatch or inequilibrium between supply and demand, what happened? Obviously, rise of price, yes. So because of this, there is rise of price in international market. So if there is rise of price, then what happened? Obviously, our transportation cost will be increased because of this overall increase of price of goods and services. If price increases, what about demand? Demand increases or decreases? Yes, obviously, there will be decreased demand. Why there is decreased demand? Because of decreased purchasing power of people. Yes, because of decreased purchasing power of people, decreased demand. If decreased demand, what happens to the production? Production of goods will be increased or decreased? Decreased. If production is decreased, then what about GDP? Increased or decreased? This is the first important point. So because of this crude oil and natural gas that we are getting from this West Asian countries, so this flow chart you can see, because of this the GDP will be decreased. So that is the first thing which mainly said by this World Bank. Okay. And second important one, you have to see, second flow chart you have to see is about remittances. Now tell me guys, what is the meaning of remittances? Yes, Indian diaspora who are living in other countries, they do some work and they earn money and they will send back some amount of money to our people in our country. Okay, which comes under capital account or current account. In budget, you will have this current account, capital account, right? So it comes under current account or capital account. What is capital and what is current? You will get question on that for sure. Because recently we discussed one article, no? Kerala got hit badly because of this West Asian crisis. There is reduced remittances because of this West Asian crisis, yes. So actually it comes under current account. In that current account also it comes under invisibles. So see once that flow chart of budget in your economy notes 1, okay. See that, then you will get some idea what is capital account, what is current account, and in that also what are the sub things. And this remittance comes under current account, that too under invisibles. Okay, what about these remittances now? Are we getting good remittances? Because of this issue, remittances had been reduced. And if remittances had been reduced, what happened earlier? Parents who are living in our country used to make good demands for the goods and services. If they are not getting remittances, obviously whatever the demand from that people, that will be reduced. That will lead to overall reducing of our GDP. That is the second reason they said. And third one is we used to get good investments from this West Asia to India. So if you are not getting investments, then what happened? Can we ensure proper production? No, obviously it will be affecting our growth. And fourth important point they said here is if the investments are reducing, then what happened? Inflow of foreign currency will be reduced or increased. Reduced inflow of foreign currency. Then what happened? There will be increased demand for what? Indian rupee or dollars? There will be increased demand for dollars. Then what happened to the value of Indian rupee? Increased or reduced? Reduced value of Indian rupee. Then what about our imports? We are getting our imports. We are not stopping getting off our crude oil or natural gas. Then what happens? Our imports will become costly or cheaper? Yes, imports will become costly. So if imports become costly, then what happened? What about our deficit? Increased or decreased? Increased deficit. Increased deficit. So these are the three important points which said in this article. Okay, first one is increased global crude oil prices. Because of this increased global crude oil prices, that will lead to increased transportation cost over goods and service cost, and that will lead to decreased production, decreased GDP. That is the first point. And second point here is remittance are decreasing. That will lead to overall decreased demand from the people who are getting more remittances, and that will lead to decreasing of GDP. And as far as investments are decreasing, so that the production will be affected. Because of less inflow of foreign currency into country, that will lead to increased demand for foreign currency or dollars. That will lead to reducing of value of rupee, and this is called as depreciation, and that will lead to overall increasing of deficit. Because of all these problems, now World Bank said that we are not going to have the growth of 7.2% as we expected earlier. So now there will be around 6.6% of growth of India. Why? Because we are mostly energy dependent country, right? We are depending on other countries for our crude oil and as well as gas. And you know what is the situation of food inflation in our country? Food inflation is very, very high, right? So this is about this topic. Now you guys tell me what is the impact? What is the impact? Inflation, next, apart from inflation. Okay, have you understood this concept? Okay, now let us see the impact. The first one here is growth moderation. Because of decreased consumption, decreased demand in our country, decreased investment, so growth can be slowed down to some extent. And next one is higher cost of goods and services, that is called as inflation. We can see inflation because of food, now because of LPG crunch. And next one is energy, prices of crude oil leads to prices of increased petrol and diesel. And next one is rupee pressure. Because of depreciation of Indian rupee, we can see there will be very high inflation in our country. And next one is physical deficit, because imports will become very costly and we have to pay more for our imports. And next one here is especially manufacturing sector, transport sector, agriculture is going to be get hit because of this closure of Strait of Hormuz, through which we will get our fertilizers. Now it is closed. Because of this, this agriculture will also be getting hit. Okay, that's it guys. See this image, what can you see? Which crop is that? Is it ginger? Ginger or turmeric? It is turmeric, not ginger. Turmeric and ginger, they look alike, but the difference here is turmeric is yellow in color, ginger is another color, and active compound is also different, and the function, what exactly, why we'll take that is also different. But the similarity here is they look alike and they belongs to same family called as Gingiveraceae family. Okay. Here what you have to see is some details of turmeric you have to see, because in 2025 they asked question on turmeric and they gave 3 statements based question on turmeric. Okay, how many of you are from BPC or biology background? If you are from biology background, you might be knowing about stem modifications, root modification, leaf modifications, right? On this UPSC asked questions many times from your environment and ecology. So how they asked questions is, if a plant which is in desert locations, which kind of modifications which we can see so that there will be reduced water loss from the plants. Have you seen this kind of questions? For example, in that they will be giving you leaf is coated with wax. Second one is very small thorny leaves. Okay, like that they will be giving you some questions. In the same way, this turmeric is an example of stem modification. Actually, whatever the thing that we are eating, either in this ginger or turmeric, it is stem. It is not root. Many people they'll think that it is root. No, it is a stem. Okay, so if you see this image, you can see this is turmeric stem, and we will process that so that we will be getting turmeric powder that we will buy in the supermarkets. Okay, if you say about this turmeric, it is an underground stem. Stem is present underground and it is called as Curcuma longa. The scientific name of this turmeric is Curcuma longa and belongs to family ginger. Ginger and this turmeric belongs to same family. It is called as Gingiberaceae family. Actually, UPSC asked questions on this families also. They gave groundnut Fabaceae. They gave sugarcane. Sugarcane belongs to Gramina family. So if you see PYQs, at least whatever the things they gave earlier, try to know that. And even 2023 also they gave question like consider the following, and they gave like groundnut, Pisces, peas, like that, and they asked which of the above belongs to same family. Okay, like that also UPSC will give you question and you have to remember that. Here ginger, turmeric, they belongs to same family called as Gingiberaceae family. Okay, and the main active compound in this turmeric is curcumin, very important. And because of this curcumin only, it gives red, yellow color to this turmeric, and it is having this antibiotic, antiseptic and anti-inflammatory property. If you got any injury, first thing that your parents, what they'll do, they'll bring this turmeric powder from the kitchen and they'll apply that, because it is having this antiseptic, antibiotic and antimicrobial property and anti-inflammatory property. And in India, we have 30 varieties of turmeric. This is the statement they gave in your question in PYQ, okay? In 2025, the second statement is this only. India grows around 30 varieties of turmeric. And the major producers of this turmeric are Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. That is, southern belt is very famous for this turmeric. And next one is India is the largest producer, largest consumer and largest exporter of this turmeric. Very important point. And next one here is, if you see the export performance, we are exporting this turmeric to Bangladesh, UAE, US and as well as Malaysia. They are our export destination of turmeric which grown in India. And for this turmeric, in many areas they got GI tag because of their specialities. On this also you may get a question, and UPSC has tendency to ask about this GI tags. Whatever the products which had got this GI tags in last 1 year, you have to remember that. Recently we discussed about this chappals from Maharashtra. Which chappals are those? You have to see that kind of things. Whatever the things which are there in news from last 1 year, GI tags, just type that GI tags products and states in 2025 to 2026. You will be getting the list and try to make a note of that. You may get a question on that. Okay, here we have certain turmeric species which got GI tag. First one is Lakadong turmeric from Meghalaya, Kandmal turmeric from Odisha. I think on this they asked question. And next one is Erode turmeric from Tamil Nadu, Armoor turmeric from Telangana. So they got GI tags. Okay, and next one is what are the medicinal benefits? The first one here is it will help to reduce inflammation. and it will also neutralizes free radicals, and it will also support your digestive system. And normally women are advised to take at least monthly once whenever they are having their menstrual cycle. They have to take this turmeric which is added in the milk at least once. And next one here is normally whenever you are getting cough and as well as any sneezes, cold like that also, they will advise you to take milk with turmeric, and even they will ask you to take steam which is added with this turmeric so that it will be reducing somewhat inflammation in your throat, etc. Okay. And see, this next topic is India's first quantum reference facility to be launched in AP. Very, very important topic. Okay, write down quantum reference facility in India. Quantum reference facility in India. Quantum reference facility in India. Okay, now let us see the context. AP Chief Minister is going to inaugurate country's first quantum computing testing labs in Amaravati. So because of this it is in news, and there is a very high chance of getting question on this. Why? Because UPSC asked questions on quantum computing many a times, and it is one favorite area. And in India it is the first ever quantum reference testing lab that we are going to establish. And one thing here is, in the world only in 3 countries they have this, and India is the 4th country to have this. So because of this milestone, you may get a question. Okay. So what is facility? Facility is nothing but we are going to arrange quantum computing testing beds. They are nothing but quantum computers we are going to arrange, and they are going to arrange in 2 areas in Amaravati. First is SRM University, and next is Medha Towers. In Medha Towers and SRM University, they are going to have 2 primary facilities. And whenever they are creating this kind of computing testing beds in these colleges, then what happen? It can create a platform which is access for everyone, to students, to researchers, to startups and to industries, and they will test and they will characterize this component system, everything related to quantum computing now. So test reference facility is nothing but it will be a platform where whatever the people, whatever the studies they are doing or projects they are doing, and whatever the researchers what they are doing, they can come and they can test there. That is called as reference facility. Okay, and it is India's first such facility and 4th globally to have this kind of technology. And it is part of Amaravati Quantum Valley project that AP government wants to come up with. Just go through this basics of quantum computing. What is quantum computing? What is this qubits and how it is different? What are the supercomputers? And you have to see about India's supercomputers, examples of supercomputers. You have to see this Param series. Okay. See this next article, guys. Semaglutide is off patent. What does this mean for obesity in India? And on this for sure you may get question 100% in 2026 prelims, because there are many articles related to this semaglutide, and many articles titles was like magical drug to control non-communicable diseases in India. In this way there were many articles which are there in the news in both Indian Express and Hindu. So because of this we are expecting there will be a question on this semaglutide this year. So what you have to see is, first one they asked here is about this drug. First you have to see what is the drug is about. And next one is they said about patent. Have you heard about this patent? What is the meaning of a patent? Where exactly you will be studying about this patent? This patent is very important now to understand this article. What is this patent? Patent. In economy, you will come across this in which chapter? Under intellectual property rights. Yes. And in your science and technology, you will also come across this patent. So in that topic of intellectual property rights, you will come across this patent. Next one is trademark. And you will come across copyright. And you will come across GI tag. These are the 4 things that you will come across under this intellectual property right? Have you heard about this? Okay, what is GI tag, now only just we saw, in any geographical area, if that area is specific for that product, it may be agricultural product, it may be like art or artifact, or it may be manufactured good or handmade good. If it is having the special qualities and advantages, you will be getting GI tag. You have to apply for this GI tag. Okay, and it will be for 10 years normally, and again you can go for extension. And what is this copyright? If you are writing any novel or a song, if you are writing any story, if it is innovation, if you are writing with your creativity, you can apply for a copyright. And if you got a copyright, it is for your lifetime. It is for your lifetime. No one should use it. Have you seen this movie Shyam Singh Roy? It is about that copyright case only, right? It is for lifetime. No one should use that without permission of that guy. That is that movie. That movie is about everything related to this copyright. You can remember that Shyam Singh Roy movie for this copyright. And this one is trademark. If you are trading your goods, you will be applying for this trademark certificate. Have you heard about this? And the patent is nothing but if you are inventing or if you are discovering any product with your innovation or anything, now it is your exclusive right to use that product. That is called as patent. So if you get a patent, you can enjoy it for 20 years. After that, this patent will be expired. You cannot extend this patent. You can exclusively use it for 20 years. For example, this patent you will come across mostly in this pharmaceutical industries. What these pharmaceutical industries do, they will try to design the drugs, or they will try to come up with the new drugs for new diseases like that. For example, every time because of climate change, new diseases are coming in the news, and we need to have this kind of drugs or medicines to cure that disease. If we are not getting that drug, then what happens? People will die. That happened in this COVID-19 time. Because of this COVID-19, it is very new virus. At that time, different countries invested a lot in research and development, and they came up with different kind of vaccines like Sputnik vaccine. Have you heard this Sputnik, Covax, Covishield, like that, right? So at that time, what they'll do here is pharmaceutical company will be investing crores of rupees in developing a drug. It won't happen in 1 day or 2 days. It will take years, and they have to invest lots of things. So what happens if they find any product or any drug related to any disease which is new, then what happens? They will apply for patent. If they are applying for patent, this pharmaceutical company can enjoy its monopoly for 20 years. For 20 years, this is the only company that will be manufacturing this drug. If in case, if I want to manufacture this, I have to go to this pharmaceutical company and I have to take permission, and I have to pay certain royalty, like certain amount that I will be making this, like that, give me that formula, and I can produce that drug and I can sell that drug. If they are not giving any permission, then what happens? This is the company that will be solely producing that drug, and whatever the price they will decide, they will sell that drug in the market in that price. So obviously what happened? This price of this drug will be high in the market. Yes or no? Because this is the company only producing that. If you want to get that drug, for sure you have to pay that price. So they will be deciding the price of that drug. They will be selling in the market. So actually what happens here is this patent is for 20 years. So after this 20 years, then what happens? This patent will end. So now different manufacturing companies, different pharmaceutical companies, they will produce their drugs and they will be releasing in their own name of their company. Then what happened now? The availability of drug will be more after one's patent will be expired. Then what happened? Obviously cost will be low, demand will be more and cost will be low. That means it is cheap, so that it will be helpful for the people to purchase that drug. Have you heard about, have you seen this movie Dhruva? Dhruva is about this patent only. So if there is any patent, in that movie they shows about patent of a cancer drug. The cost of that drug will be 8,000 rupees for a single tablet. So what happens? Is it affordable for this poor people to buy that? No. So here they said that I will be, that one girl will be coming from other country, Switzerland, and she will be signing on that paper that Yes, I am going to give the license for the other companies to produce that drug, so that what happens now, for other pharmaceutical can produce that drug, so that the availability of drug will be more and the cost will be cheap. This is that concept. So now this article is saying that semaglutide is off patent. That means semaglutide patent has been completed now. 20 years of patent completed now. Now here are Indian pharmaceutical companies, they are trying to produce this drug, and now this semaglutide drug will be available at a cheaper cost, so that we can make that drug affordable for many people. And now this drug, which is mainly used for two things. First one is to control diabetes mellitus, and second one is it can use it to control obesity. Because of this it is in use. Are you understanding the concept? So here you have to see about in detail about the semaglutide. Semaglutide is a magical drug which will be controlling diabetes mellitus. That means it will be helpful in controlling insulin in our body, and it will be controlling obesity in our body. Okay. Now let us see details of this semaglutide. Semaglutide belongs to the class of medications called as GLP-1. GLP is nothing but glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor. So just remember this GLP-1 receptor. And what it will do here is, it will mimic the activity of insulin. What insulin will do? It will convert whatever the excess sugar level in our blood to glycogen. So in the same way, this drug will also mimic glucose, mimic insulin, so that it will reduce blood glucose level. And next one here is, it can be used in type 2 diabetes mellitus. In diabetes, how many types we have? 3 types majorly: type 1, type 2 and type 3. Type 1 is nothing but in our body pancreas will fail. They will not produce insulin. And second one is, insulin is produced but our body is resistant. It is not used by our body cells. And third one is, in pregnancy time, obviously there will be increased glucose level because of high intake of food, everything. That is called as gestational or pregnancy diabetes mellitus, and this can be used in type 2 diabetes mellitus. Okay. And next one here is, it can be used for obesity. So how it will be used in obesity is, okay, whatever the food we will take, that will enter into our stomach, right? And it will be going emptying. So what happens here is, whenever whatever the contents we are taking in our body, if they are emptying very fast, then what happens? Obviously there will be increased in blood glucose level, or blood sugar level will be increased more. Blood sugar level will be increased whenever your stomach is emptying fast. Whenever your stomach is emptying fast, what you'll see? You'll feel hungry always. You'll be eating. If you are eating, obviously blood sugar level will be increasing. So what this drug will do here is, it will slow your emptying of the stomach. So here we have one small part called as duodenum, duodenal sphincter. No idea, right? Do you have any idea about this movement of food, how it will happens? Okay, so whatever the food you eat, that will comes into your, you will be chewing in your mouth, that will be entering into your esophagus. From esophagus, it will be entering into your bag called as stomach. From there, here we have a small thing called as duodenum. So here we have a sphincter. Sphincter is nothing but the wall which will control the entry of this food into your down part. So here what happens here is, the semaglutide drug will slows the movement of the contents from the stomach into this intestine part. Then what happens? This food will be staying longer in your stomach. Because of this, what happens? You will not feel hunger more. So that what happens? There will be controlling of blood sugar level. Okay, so in that way, this semaglutide is also control appetite, control hunger in the people. In that way, it will be controlling this blood sugar level. Okay, that is the one more thing that you have to remember, guys. Okay, that's it. And even if we are controlling this obesity, obviously we can control non-communicable diseases like heart attack, stroke, death also. And recently we discussed many articles Recently, obesity index is in news. In every 5 children, 1 in 5 children are obese in our country. That means in future we need to have this kind of drugs more and more. Because of this completion of patent, now it is a good news that we can control obesity to some extent in our country. Okay, everything you have to interlink, guys. See this next article, timely inaction, slowing growth and rising inflation necessitated unchanged rates. Tell me, what is this article talking about? Say this, slowing growth, rising inflation necessitated unchanged rates. What does it mean? Now what is happening? Recently WB, that is World Bank, came up with a forecast of 6.6%. First article, we discussed that there is decreased growth in our country. Inflation is happening or not because of increased oil prices. Okay, how can we control inflation now in our country? How can we control inflation? What are the methods we have? Government, we have RBI. Government measures all called as fiscal policy. RBI measures all called as monetary policy. Interest rates, here they are talking about rates. Rates comes under what? Monetary or fiscal policy? Monetary policy. Now tell me what this article is talking about. Everything I said in the first article only. Come on, think and link now. Repo rate, reverse repo rate, what we'll do? Now, you know that there is inflation in our country. To control this, we have RBI. RBI has this monetary policy, and this monetary policy have interest rate. For example, let us take repo rate. What we have to do control this inflation? Have you understood? In your economy, this is a very important topic, right? Now tell me, guys. Now inflation is there in our country. We have monetary policy. What we have to do in this monetary policy? Increase or decrease rates? Okay. In inflation, we have to decrease money supply in the market so that we can control prices. Yes. How can we decrease money supply? Whether we have to increase rate or decrease rate? Yes, we have to increase rate. If you are increasing this repo rate, what happen? If you are increasing, what is repo rate first of all? We have RBI, we have normal banks. So these banks will get loans from this RBI. On this they will pay interest rate, that is called as reverse repo rate. If we are increasing reverse repo rate, this banks has to pay more interest rate to this. So that what happen? They will be having less money with them. So if they are having less money, they will give less loans. So less loans, less money supply in the market. That means they have to increase this repo rate. If we are increasing this repo rate now, is that fine? Already people are not having proper purchasing power in their hands because of rise of prices in the market. If we are increasing this interest rate, then what happen? Further squeezing of money. If you are further squeezing of money in the market, is that good for the overall country? No, that is the thing which mainly said here. So now we are having inflation. There is decreased demand in the market. In this context, we should not change this interest rates. That is about this article. See here, slowing growth, rising inflation necessitated unchanged. We should not change this repo rate. That is the thing which mainly said here. So this article said that RBI's monetary policy committee decision to keep interest rate unchanged. It is a wait and watch approach. So we should not change interest rate now because it will further worsen our country's economic status. We have to always wait and watch. And here governor also said that it is a very sensible move. If you are changing interest rates, even some basis points also, it will be having a huge impact on our economy. So because of this, we are not going to change any inflation, any interest rate. That is the thing which mainly said here, nothing more than that. See this next article, guys. How will Gaganyaan astronauts return safely to Earth. So what is this Gaganyaan project is about? Have you heard this? And this time you may get questions on the space missions more because of Artemis is in news and lots, and we discussed about PSLV continuous failures, and even ISRO chairman gave a statement that we are learning a lot from these failures of PSLV, and we discussed all those things, right? And because of this you may get a good number of questions on this space this time. So now tell me, what is this Gaganyaan mission is about? Which country's mission is it? India's, ISRO's, right? So ISRO have an ambitious project of sending humans into space. That mission is called as Gaganyaan, where we are sending these people to, we are sending these people to low Earth orbit. For how many days? Any idea? For how many days we are sending them? 3 to 7 days. And when we are sending them to space, they have to come back to the Earth safely, right? So this article is saying that how we can bring that astronauts that we sent into space to come safe onto Earth. This article is on that. So this is ISRO's Gaganyaan mission. In this mission we are sending humans, and it is the first human space flight program, and we are sending 3 to 4. Some articles are saying 4, some articles are saying 3. So you have to see it is around 3 to 4 astronauts into low Earth orbit. It is around 400 kilometers from our Earth surface, and we are sending for 3 to 7 days, and we are going to ensure that they will return safely onto this Earth. And this article is talking about how we are bringing them back. What is the plan? First one here is, you have to see this. You have to understand one concept called as atmospheric drag. You know atmosphere. Earth is covered by different layers of air. That is called as atmosphere. In atmosphere we have different layers like troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and ionosphere. So have you heard about this meteors? What is this meteor shower? Whatever the meteoroids, if they are entering into atmosphere, because of the friction they will burn, and in the night skies we can see some light spark, that is called as meteor shower. That means you can understand that if something is coming from the space onto the Earth, because of this friction which is created in the atmosphere, that will burn. So here we are sending them easily, but if you want to bring them back, it will be a different task and difficult task, and it will be a big challenge, right? Because of atmospheric drag, we have to overcome that atmospheric drag. So how we have to ensure that these people will not burn in that atmospheric drag? So here whatever the area, whatever the capsule in which these humans will sit, that should be heat resistant. The first one here is whatever the crew module. Crew means nothing but the humans who are going in this crew modules, that will be slowing down. Whenever it is coming, it will be not coming at a very high speed. It will be slowing down so that it will be overcoming this atmospheric drag. And what are this crew module that we designed, that should be heat resistant, that will be having heat shield protected, because outer space will be having extreme temperature, and this drag, because of the friction, there may be high temperature, right? So it should be shield protected. And even in that crew module they will be arranging around sequence of 10 parachutes. So even in this 10 parachutes, if 2 are working normally, then we can evacuate those people. So second one here is they are arranging around sequence of 10 parachutes, and that too 4 types of parachutes they are deploying automatically. And in that we have 2 apex cover separation parachutes, and we have initial stabilization slowing parachutes, we have pilot parachutes and main parachutes. So if these, at least in these 3 main parachutes, if 2 main parachutes are working properly, means yes, it is enough to bring them safe. And next one is whenever they are coming by using these parachutes, around initially they will move at 200 meters per second speed, and that will be slowly reduced to 8 to 11 meters per second. And finally they will go for splashdown. Splashdown means this crew will be landing on this water, especially in this Bay of Bengal they are going and they are landing. So after once this model hit this water, it will float on the water and will take help of Indian Navy. Indian Navy use their ship and they will go and they will pick up them, guys. So this is the method and this is the procedure that we are going to follow to bring this astronauts that we are sending under this Gaganyaan mission safe to the land. Okay, so this is things. And see this questions, guys. First one, it is about Gaganyaan mission. Consider the following statements regarding Gaganyaan. First one is it aims to send humans to low Earth orbit at an altitude of about 300 to 400 kilometers, and the mission will use primarily PSLV as primary launch vehicle. And the third one here is the orbital module consists of crew module and service module. Which of the how many of the above statements are right? And here you have to think one thing: we are sending them to low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit means we'll send this PSLV. But in this human spaceflight mission, we have to ensure the safety of the people. For that, we will be using GSLV, not PSLV here. That is the one thing that you have to remember, okay? Because safety of people is very important. We are not using PSLV, you are using GSLV. And these two statements are obviously right. So here answer is only 2, okay? So in this way, if you see a LEVO, you'll think that you are sending only PSLV. No, you are using GSLV here for the safety of astronauts. Say this next question, guys. Semaglutide. First statement is it is primarily used in the treatment of type 2 diabetes. And second one is it belongs to the class GLP-1 receptor agonist. Next one is it increases gastric emptying to promote appetite. You have to select correct statements. First one is type 2 diabetes, yes. Second one is GLP-1, yes. Third one, will it empty the stomach or will it slow down the empty? It will slow down the empty. It will not increase empty. It will decrease. So this will be wrong. Answer is 1 and 2 only. Okay. Yeah, that's all, guys. By this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this class, please do hit the like button and please do share this class to your friends. And if you have not yet been subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel so that you will be getting lots of insights regarding this current affairs, guys. Thank you so much, guys. And I wish you all the best.